Vargas, and we are following this breaking news that is happening right now in Arizona. The Pima County Sheriff's Office has activated its SWAT team and mobile command unit. This all comes as the desperate search for Nancy Guthrie is closing in on 2 weeks. And in that time, police still have no sign of the 84-year-old grandmother as scrutiny grows over the investigation. Just moments ago, I spoke with Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos. He strongly pushed back on reports that he's withholding key DNA evidence from the FBI. The sheriff also confirming to me that there is DNA that has been found at Nancy's house that does not match anyone in the family or in her close circle of friends and acquaintances. He also discussed new video police now have, several gloves that investigators have recovered, and whether anyone has been ruled out as a suspect. We'll bring you that interview in just a moment. Remember, Nancy Guthrie's family reported her missing 12 days ago at around noon on February 1st. Investigators got their first major break in the case just 3 days ago when the FBI recovered surveillance video.
Look at Maximus doing Law and Order stuff.
Door camera. And just last night, before our show went to air, the FBI released identifying details about that masked suspect. He's a man, average build, they say, around 5'9", 5'10", and he's also wearing a 25-liter Ozark hiking trail backpack in that video. This afternoon, TMZ reported it received yet another email from a man claiming to know who the kidnapper is. He reached out again after the FBI doubled its reward to $100,000 late yesterday. This man, who's emailing TMZ, initially wanted 1 Bitcoin for his information, worth about $68,000. Now he's asking for more. 2 payments, $50,000 in Bitcoin now, and $50,000 when the kidnappers are arrested. And he is hinting there is more than one kidnapper involved. In just a few minutes, I'll speak live with TMZ's co-executive producer about this new note, but let's kick things off tonight with News Nation's Brian Enton, live for us on the ground in Tucson. Brian, you have been moving along with the SWAT team from the Pima County Sheriff's Department.
We're going to get caught up on the news, and then I'll fill you in.
What are you hearing at this hour?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on, Elizabeth. We know that a mobile command unit moved out of the sheriff's office. We know that the SWAT team moved out, and it appears based on what we're seeing right now, and I'm not going to say where we are, or I don't want to give too many details. Obviously, we would never want to do anything to interfere with the investigation, but it seems like they are staging right now, which would be pretty typical. We've seen them do this before, where they will go to a location and they will stage just in case they get the call, a call similar to what we saw the other night. Remember, near the Mexico border when the man named Carlos was detained, they were staging for that situation too. So is it possible this means that there could be something coming tonight? It's possible. At this point, we just don't know, Elizabeth.
Greetings. Who's out there? We're just getting started. You know, aviation the past couple of weeks doesn't seem to be drawing a lot of attention, and YouTube certainly hasn't been showing me any love. So I figured if you can't beat them, join them. So I've been following this case just like everybody else, and I thought I'd share some thoughts, but I've got something going on right here. Let me see. Let's see.
What's that?
It's separate. So
Separate?
Yeah, separate case.
I'll show you.
We're on a stakeout, folks. I can tell you that, you know, whether this location's something or nothing, we have lots of media here. So everyone wants to know that location.
Engine 4 and Medic 4, altered LOC, 2124.
Here's that.
From what I understand is the suspect
Yeah, Fox is at the scene. They're here.
has the suspect phone pinged, and
So this is a live feed that I'm
they know
picking up,
exactly where he
and
is right now.
apparently there's some activity going on over at the Guthrie house. And it's been going on. That's what News Nation was talking about, and Fox and all the rest of them were talking about that. There's some kind of raid about to take place. So I'm going to cover that,
every single media
bring it to you.
person,
Then also I'm
pretty
going to talk
much
about this case myself from my own
world is
perspective, some things that I've
waiting right
come
now.
up
I
with.
got John DePietro.
Like I said, I'm just joining the
He's
party.
waiting
So
too. He doesn't.
I mean, KVOA confirms the SWAT activity is related to Nancy Guthrie.
We got the smoothie guy.
hey, Paul,
Who's that?
this is about, I don't know if you're following
Tell the
Composite,
journalist.
the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping.
Yeah,
That's
They're
all the
creeping.
rage
See,
here in the
house,
U.S.
This house would be on the right, probably about
If you're
7
not
or
in
8
the
doors
U.S.,
down.
but it's consumed all the news cycles. The mysterious kidnapping, the
Right.
most mysterious kidnapping since the Lindbergh baby, basically. And this is some live activity going on. Apparently, the SWAT team
Everybody wants
is
to see
headed
what
back to
happens.
the house again, and
Anything
everybody's
at all,
waiting
where's
alive
the
to see
SWAT?
what's happening. You know, everybody wants to be the first of the car crash or the train wreck. But I was going to come on, and I am going to talk about some things about this case that I think differ from other people, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I figured we'd join this in progress and see if maybe we can be in on the front end of some breaking news. And if not, I was just bored,
Yeah,
absolutely
this is the
bored.
big
And I wanted to
news.
share some time with you. So, all my aviation subscribers, I hope you don't mind. Maybe you like a little crime every now and then, but YouTube's making it tough on old Maximus, so I got to come up with content wherever I can. And this live feed is coming from
We
JLR
have
Investigates.
75,000 people watching.
He is live
from
everywhere,
around
really in on
the
this stuff.
world. 75,000
And they're very
people are
generous
watching,
with their
folks.
time, too.
Share
So
this out. We are on standby. Media is around here too.
now I know it
Everyone
sounds a
wants to
little hyped
know,
up, but
is it about to go down?
Thanks for that.
we're going to see
Appreciate it.
what's happening as it happens. And then we'll check in and out. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear from all of you, aviation or not. I want to find out what your thoughts are.
Everyone wants to know if it's about to go
Is
down.
this just America being America? Is it overblown?
75,000 people
Is
in
it the
chat.
age we live?
People
Are you following
watching
it? Do you
around
have
the
thoughts?
world. Where
Do you
is
think it was a kidnapping? Was it an inside job? Which
Nancy?
I kind of think.
Who
So-
did this?
Check cold news. Do you have cold news? Someone just said check cold KOLD news.
KOLD
People like that and
News.
share.
Who's that?
It's like a
So walking
just
the
a
dog.
neighbor
I was
just
just
wondering
walking
what's
the
going
dog.
on. She's probably watching.
Dude, we got media all around us just waiting.
For some reason.
Something's
What's
going
this?
on.
Bunch of cars.
Yeah, it feels kind of dirty, but you know, it's the business I chose.
Friday the 13th, too.
Oh, it is Friday the 13th.
Utah plates. Media. Utah.
But we'll see what happens here. But I want to get into some things on that that Nest
Dude,
video.
everyone's in the neighborhood here, man.
Some things I saw.
They're just waiting, dude. They're just waiting.
Also,
Thank you.
there's
for
some
your
other
like
news
button.
that the Guthrie family is
Yeah,
pretty
Friday
fed
the
up with that
13th
sheriff.
Was the day that you get an arrest, that's going to really change things up.
There's more people. Like, there's everybody's waiting. We want to know who did this crime.
Thank you, Lisa.
Where's Nancy? There's another media right there. I just pulled up. And there's another one coming.
Lots of media here.
It's crazy.
Well, it's been going on 13 days. And so if we get an arrest tonight, I mean, that's just going to be, we just need to find Nancy now. That's the main thing is.
Where's everybody watching from? Drop your location so the whole world can see where you're from. We have 77,000 people watching. Where are you from? Share your location. 78,000. Look at this.
Tampa, New York.
This is the fastest chat you'll ever see on YouTube right now.
We got 44 in.
Right now, this is the fastest chat.
Where are you watching from? Let me know.
Everybody's watching.
Comment section.
Portland, Tennessee, Kansas, Ireland.
Everybody's watching. Everyone wants to know.
Alaska.
Oh, who's coming in?
This is the Nancy Guthrie House neighborhood. It's swarming with
Did they
police,
just mention
swarming with
NBC
media.
on the
Everybody's
scanner?
expecting something to happen. They don't know what. The SWAT team has been investigated or been sent out, and so far nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The one that was last seen by the 7-Eleven, and then it did something in the dumpster.
But like I said, I was bored. Had nothing to do. Well, I do have something to do. I'm working on a great video that
So right
probably
now,
nobody will watch.
80,000 watching, folks.
Everybody's
80,000.
just waiting.
But something's going on, and I thought I'd bring it
80,000
to you.
people are watching.
Demanding. Ann
So
Arbor.
Not on the scanner. There looks like a separate.
81,000 people.
How's
watching.
life in Michigan? As bad as everybody
Share
says?
your
Or
location. Where are you
overblown?
watching from?
I like Michigan. It's beautiful.
Looks like more
Oh,
people
Broken Arrow,
are-
Oklahoma.
More media, more people.
Just
are
a cool
lurking.
name for a
Everyone
town.
that turns to the right is more or less media.
Germany.
Yeah, so far nothing's happening, but
Thank you, Kathy.
we're going to watch. See if we can build an
We are
audience
in,
before I get to
Marana,
my takes.
right? Marana?
Marana.
Marana. SWAT, somewhere around here, staging something connected to Nancy Guthrie, according to media outlet reports. It is connected to Nancy Guthrie. We're just waiting to see.
I like how specific he
We've been
was.
Hearing this a couple hours
Staging
ago about
something.
them mounting up, using a staging area. They were talking about person of interest. They were talking about cell phone ping. They were talking, I mean, that's some serious stuff for do a SWAT. They were talking about a warrant, right?
They're waiting on the signature from the judge.
They're
for
waiting
the
for the
warrant.
Oh, really? You buy Tucson?
Signature.
Hey, UK. I love me some
We've been
UK.
following the twists and turns of this case. Each and every day, there's another person.
Hey, Gorak, what's the press coverage been like down there?
Behind me, I got 2 cars sitting.
There's some people that are following. Wherever we go, they're behind. They'll be following.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Mule Skinner. You know, I really am going to have to do what I have to do. I'm not going to get into all of it, but YouTube really has changed this year, and you probably saw it with a lot of your favorite channels.
So it looks like we got all the addresses.
It's hard to find
and
anything
some
other
more
than
addresses.
shorts
I think-
and
think we have
clickbait,
it.
and YouTube is pushing
This is
that
it.
instead of the good stuff.
Yes.
So it's a hard fight, but I'm trying to find my balance where I can
Watching
still
83,000
pay my
people
rent
watching.
and
Thank you.
not have to deliver Domino's just
Don't
yet.
know what's going to happen here.
Thank you,
Oregon.
Rob P.
Or is it Oregon or Oregon? Do I say it
Says,
wrong?
This is where Dominic
I don't know,
Evans
from
lives.
back
You can
east.
Google his address. I guarantee they already cleared him. Think you're in the wrong spot. Well,
Why are
That's
all the
what we're-
media here?
yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
There is major media outlets lurking around here.
Yeah, Rick Casey. I was comparing this to the movie Fargo. How many of you seen the movie Fargo? In the movie Fargo, where it was supposed to be a no rough stuff
4,000 people.
type of a job, you know,
Now,
He was
this
gonna
is a
have his own
unique
wife kidnapped.
situation, obviously, so they're not.
he was going to have his own wife kidnapped and get some money from his father-in-law, but it went south in a hurry. But I'm not saying that the family actually, may have done this, but somebody who knows them. And when we look at the video, and I give you my perspective, I know you've seen the video over and over
This
again.
is crazy.
But that guy just knew too much about the house and the neighborhood.
Stretch the legs.
This is
And so it's gonna be
absolutely
somebody
insanity,
close
folks. Oh, look at all these
to them.
vehicles, but it's just people. There's people to the left of me. There's people to the right of me. Everyone thinks that this will be the location.
Apparently, we're at the right location at the moment.
Remains to be seen. We are live. It is starting to rain. And they're also talking about bomb squad too.
We got a little.
Oregon. Okay, nice.
Surrounded by mountains. Nice little
What about CNN?
middle upper class neighborhood.
I'm not a fan, but
It's a middle class. Thank you. Bring Nancy home. That's what we hope.
well,
And it is day 13, so time is of essence.
I know, bring Nancy home,
Get
but
closer to his house.
I hope that's the
Now
case.
we're gonna go here because if they're coming in, they're gonna come in here. If they come in, they're gonna come here.
Hey, thank you for that. Appreciate it, Louisiana in the house.
If they come, they're coming here.
Everyone is coming is media as of right now. Maybe getting.
So how you like it up there in Oregon?
staged.
Kind of divided on the,
Nancy.
who likes what up there. It used to be still is a beautiful place, like California physically. Otherwise, I don't know.
Dolly, I don't know where Dolly. Thank you, Tracy. Where's Dolly? Do you have Dolly's number? I never got Dolly's number.
Is Suntan Valley a real city? There's a lot of cars. Most of those are media.
Scanner. Yep, good call.
Scanner.
I had the scanner. The scanner turns off.
And apparently something is about to go down
Video or phone.
outside the Guthrie residence, but I don't know. But like I said, I figure why don't get in on the act, right? Maybe help bring Nancy home, help find her. Let's hope so.
People are just.
It's been a long time.
I've never seen anything like this, folks. There are just people. This reminds me of people chasing hurricanes and all the storm chasers just waiting for the eye to come, and they're all waiting, and then they decide to move if it goes in another direction. That's what the scene feels like. Storm chasers.
Suntan, I like
They're
it.
just mounted up out here. This could be the total wrong location.
I go to Phoenix a lot. I like Phoenix.
They're
Just
out.
not in the
People are
summer.
out here.
It's
For whatever
hot.
reason, they got this out.
All of Arizona is hot.
This has been a popular address. And
Yes.
if this ends up becoming the right address, do you know how
I'm gonna stay in this for a little while.
crazy that's going to be?
If
This address actually.
and see what's going on. Like I said, I got some other stuff I want to get to. Because
Welcome in Canada. Thank you for the ice cream.
yeah, we got 57 on. That's pretty good for.
Everybody wants to know what's going to happen here.
Oh, and
This could be the night, guys. I mean, 13 days. Everybody is emotional.
while we're musing about something non-aviation related, can you tell me, subscribers who are my loyal subscribers, what the hell's going on? Apparently, YouTube is not showing my content to much of anybody
I mean,
these days. I don't know what the new algorithm is, and it's not just me, like I said. But are you getting my videos? Are you seeing them? Are they showing up in your feed? Let me know.
Christians, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see the chat going way too fast to see most of them. I missed even a super chat there. Thank you. Okay, I won't read that out loud. Thank you for sending it.
See my little arrow there? Can you see that? I can point at stuff. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be like watching paint dry. Everybody's focused on this at the moment. Let me see what else is live on the old interwebs.
I'm continuing to look on the, any other location, anything that's popping off.
Check KOD.
Dispatch 842, we're at the gate.
Right now, it's a waiting game.
It's a waiting game.
The SWAT is staged. They're just waiting for the.
So apparently,
Oh, good.
SWAT is staged outside the home. What they're waiting for, we don't know. What they're looking for.
I mean, the SWAT had to go somewhere. There's no report saying the SWAT returned. There's no report saying it's unrelated. The reports are saying it's related. We just don't know where they are.
Although I never heard of a
And they might
police
be
department
doing it
using
at night.
SWAT for
I
so
don't
many
know.
things other than what SWAT should be used for. I mean, at this point, there's nobody there. So who are they going to SWAT?
I mean, this is crazy
It's already all over the
for a Friday night.
news. There's nothing blowing up. Everybody knows.
203
Well, Gorak, make sure you got that bell. You have to really, and I don't remember to do this either. Click on the bell so it will notify you more often than not. But I'm glad you're getting them. When I get my stats from YouTube, it shows my competitor channels that all of you watch are the big guys: Blanco Lirio, Mentor Pilot, Captain Steve. I'm up against a lot of competition. So I get it. Those guys are pilots. But I just want to know my stuff's getting out there.
Here with JRL Investigates, this could be the night. After 13 days.
Stephanie, you don't know? Really? Well, this is the highly publicized case of what may or may not be a kidnapping, what may or may not be an inside job by the family, what may or may not be a lot of things in Tucson, Arizona, Pima County, where Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Savannah Guthrie, the NBC TV show host, was either abducted or worse. Early February. It's been 2 weeks at least, and they're still looking for her. And so apparently the SWAT team has been called outside of her residence, and there's a bunch of activity going on, and everybody and their brother is in on this, and everybody with a channel. And I was thinking, well, hey, I have a channel, and I am in debt for equipment to the tune of thousands of dollars, so why don't I use it? But thank you, Stephanie, for joining. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. Yeah, history. There's a big change in the algorithm. They're really pushing shorts. I hate shorts, but I'm making them. I'm trying to get in the algorithm, and they're pushing clickbait. Kind of why I'm doing this to test it out. Really, they just want YouTube wants shocking content. They're kind of shying away from great content. And I'm sure if you watch the really big channels that you're subscribed to, and you're used to, if you look down at their views, you're going to see a 50% decrease at least. And a lot of the really big channels, I'm just a one-man operation, but a lot of them that have staff and pay people, they're laying people off and letting them go.
Thank you so much for the support, Kimberly.
And
Parham.
in case you don't know, some of you may, some not, but YouTube's main goal now is to become Netflix. They've got the Academy Awards, they've got the NFL. They want to become a subscription service, and I don't think they're thrilled with their present situation with content creators. I think they'd rather be free from them. So that's a big problem. I was just thinking that, famous. Either he's working, but I haven't seen any of his. Captain Steve either has been kind of missing, and I think they're making content. Although I do see DJ Aviation all the time. Do you guys watch DJ Aviation? I try and make content like that about daily news stuff, but my videos just take a crap when I do. Kudos to him. He seems to have a good following for that. But whenever I try and put out the latest Boeing news or, livery of the day, they just take tank, It's a niche thing. Yeah, shorts are annoying. And the content creators, it's absolutely a worldwide problem where we used to do what's called evergreen content, or what they called evergreen content. Meaning, for example, one of my biggest videos, I have a handful of viral over 1 million, 2 million. Some of those videos I just put out and they die, right? And then 6 months later, all of a sudden I go back and I see my bank account starting to grow out of nowhere. And I'm like, well, where's that coming from? And you trace it back. Well, the video that's been sitting there for months and months can get found and can get picked up. But now the way the algorithm is, once that video is buried, it's gone. And it's really hard for people to find it. And YouTube also has okay. While we're watching, let me explain something. When I started this channel, there were something like 20 million channels on YouTube. Today, there are 120 million channels. At any one time, there are the number is 2 billion people watching at any one time, 120 million channels. And YouTube gives you literally, I'm not kidding, you get 5 seconds before they decide if they're going to promote it or if they're not. And so what that's causing content creators to do is, whereas maybe we would slow burn a story, just bring it to you in a comfortable style, you have to hit it with something really hard, really drastic and exciting up in the beginning and hope that they stay engaged. But the quicker people tune out, the quicker they hide your video. And that's because of TikTok and Instagram. So YouTube is a mess. And look, it's my full-time job, unfortunately, in my retirement years. And I was doing okay for a while, but, times are getting kind of tough. But a lot of creators are in the same boat. So what they're going to do, I don't know. But if you enjoy long form videos and the kind of stuff I make and the kind of stuff you see in other places, please be sure and support it. Hit that bell so you're notified. Hopefully it'll make a difference somewhere along the line and YouTube will fix up their act. But it is the wild, wild west right now. And do you remember when AI first came out? I know you do, because about 10 years ago, everybody was complaining. And a matter of fact, when I first started, I don't know what it was about my voice, but people stopped watching and they'd say, "I hate this AI crap. I don't want to watch this." And I'm like, should I be flattered or upset that they think I sound like AI? And that was a problem. And I remember we were talking about it and we hated it. And they said it's never going to happen. But what happened was, over the years, and you may not realize this, but you and me and all of us, they programmed us. And slowly but surely, for the most part, people are subconsciously addicted to it. And they want it quick. They want to get in and they want to get out. And people who think it never would have happened to them did. And so here's a question while we're waiting in the chat. What do you think of AI? Do you watch it? Do you watch it if it's good? Do you watch it for what it is? Or does it still annoy you, the fact that all you have to do is type in some text and the computer spits it out? And these AI creators, they don't even bother to go through and edit their script and their copy at all. They just punch it in and they get hundreds of thousands of views and people don't seem to mind. Not everybody. Whereas what I do and what I've done from the beginning, I write all my own scripts from scratch, not from AI. I record them myself. I use my own voice. I edit them. I produce them. I find the content. It's hard, but it's work that I think people appreciate more than, just some AI garbage. So what do you think about when you see AI channels pop up? Legitimate channels. I was just watching the Discovery Channel where they did a new documentary. I forget which plane crash it was. It was on a pretty big plane crash. And if you find that video, you'll see old Maximus's logo in a comment calling out Discovery because they're using a stinking AI guy and he's lousy at it. And for guys like me, voice talent used to be it was a good job. And there were very few people who did it. And now major corporations are just plugging in a robot, and a lot of good voice talent actors are out of work too. So anyway, that's the state of YouTube and what's going on. And let me know what you think about that, about AI, about watching those videos. Do you mind it if it's well done? If it's a TikTok or a quick hit, I get it. So let me know. Well, this is turning out to be, I'll keep an eye on this.
Marina.
Okay. So here's what I want to do. Let me
just see.
Okay. Well, look at me. Here I am.
Staging.
Now.
How's it going? Who you with? Who you with?
Okay, hold on. I'm doing technical stuff and I'm not very good at it. All right. Okay. So here's what I wanted to show you. You've all seen the video. We've all seen this video coming up here. Let me see where he is. Hang on. Okay, this guy. All right. The world famous video. And people have thoughts, and I have thoughts, and I've had thoughts for a while on this. And so, we start this at the beginning. Oh. Okay. There we go. Let me get rid of that thing. All right, here's the beginning of the video. I want you to watch this. When he walks up, I've been watching a lot of different channels. Okay, right here. He's strolling up. He knows this place. How he knows it, I don't know. So he walks up with the flashlight in his mouth and his mask and all of his gear on. So the first thing he does here is looks down. Now, I saw a national channel surmise that the reason he was looking down at his feet was because there were rattlesnakes in Arizona. And while there are, that's not why he's looking down at his feet. He was looking up, he saw the camera, and then he went down. All right. So he walks in, he's got his whole gear on, he's got his whole Walmart setup. Now, he's going to block the camera, of course, which we all know, right? He's got his right hand and his glove on. Now watch his left hand. Right there. His left hand, he's trying to manipulate the camera. Let me see if I can just take it off. He seems to give it a little shake. All right, that doesn't work. But what happens? He notices something because he knows something. I'm going to tell you what he knows. So all the commentators are saying he's, this bumbling schmo who's out there walking around and goes out and pulls some shrubs. Maybe thinks he's going to pick up some nice Arizona kush or something. And all of a sudden, there it is. It's in front of the camera. What's he doing? Is he washing the lens? Is he trying to hide his identity? He's really stupid. He's really bumbling. But you know what? He's not. Because somebody, if not himself, instructed him on what to do. And I'm going to show you this. This is the Nest camera installation video. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to make sense because why he used the twig. And this is directly from Nest.
Want to change the camera angle? Use the wedge provided.
This is how they
It
install
can help position the camera to capture the area that you'd like to view. You should also make sure that the location you choose has a 5.5 centimeter space above the doorbell.
Okay, let's watch how they install
This is the space needed to use the release tool when you want to remove the doorbell from the base plate.
Release tool. Remember that.
Position the base plate on the wall with the G upright. Mark the location for the screw holes. If you're using the wedge, attach it to the wall first and mark the screw holes for the wedge instead. If the wall is uneven, use the spaces provided to help make the surface level.
So there's a
Hard
space
surfaces
behind
like
the camera.
Stucco or brick, use the included wall anchors to attach the base plate or wedge to the wall. Drill a hole for each anchor using a 6mm masonry
In
bit.
case you ever wondered how it was installed.
Then, gently tap in the anchors with a rubber mallet or hammer. With the G upright, attach the base plate to the wall with the wall screws provided. If you need to, drill a pilot hole using a 2mm drill bit. To install the wedge, attach it to the wall with the wall screws.
And if you saw the pictures,
Then
this is exactly
position the
what
base
hers
plate
looked like
over
on her
the
door.
wedge with the G positioned upright and use the wedge screws
I got
to
a point,
secure it
trust
in
me.
place. Now attach the doorbell to the base plate. The camera should be at the top and the button at the bottom. Align the circle at the bottom of the doorbell to the hole at the bottom of the base plate. Push the doorbell in, then down until you feel it click into place. Test the doorbell to make sure that it's securely mounted. When you need to
Now.
charge the battery, use...
You see what she's doing? There's a tool. Now, you wouldn't know there's a tool unless you knew about the Nest camera or how the Nest camera operates. And seeing the way our masked bandit showed up grabbing sticks, you wouldn't think he was that educated. as to all things Nest camera, but watch how it works.
The release tool by inserting it in the hole at the top. Make sure that you keep the release tool in a safe place in case you need it. If you
So, with the release tool, here we see him, not so stupid after all. He needed to come up with a MacGyver way to get the camera off. Now, is he a Nest camera studying person on his own time when he's in the library using the free internet? Is he a Nest engineer? Does he have a lot of Nest cameras where he breaks into? That's very possible. Or did somebody tell him, hey, you need to get the camera off. All you have to do is stick a little tool back there. And so maybe he forgot his little tool and he found himself a way to get it off. I was thinking about that. I was just thinking, why would he use a branch? I mean, that was really stupid. And also, it's hard to say how can this be random? Savannah Guthrie, she's famous. She's not that famous. Savannah Guthrie's rich. She's not that rich. This guy, as ridiculous as he looks, came prepared with everything he needed. Now, historically, in the kidnappings, I think the Smart case and the Polyclass case, they were opportunity cases. Yeah, they went in and snatched them out of their house, but they didn't bring all this gear with them. So, it looks like an inside job. I don't think he's as bumbling as people make him out to be. I think he was definitely not the brightest bulb on the tree. But that whole branch thing stuck out to me. And when I found out how that camera is installed, I realized the guy did have some ingenuity and knew what he wanted to do. And when he took it off or not, I don't know. As far as the backpack and everything else, I just find it hard to believe his motive was just because she was there. Now, it had to be somebody who knew she was alone. And I'm not throwing shade on Savannah Guthrie at all. I have an elderly mother who's also named Nancy. Everybody say hi to Nancy. She's probably watching. I wouldn't be comfortable if they were out there alone in the dark with health issues so far removed, and definitely without a top-notch security system. But maybe, maybe Mom Nancy, she wanted it that way and she loved it that way and she was comfortable there. And also, all of her neighbors seemed to be married senior citizens. And so somebody knew Nancy lived alone. So the pool of suspects is pretty small. So you rule out the family. It's going to be somebody either who knew the family or somebody who worked at that house for sure. But that's something that I was pondering today while I was preparing for this unprepared episode. And that's until this SWAT raid came along. So let's check back in with these guys. What did I do here? I'm not good at this. Okay. Let's check in.
Somebody tweeted out, it's been over 2 hours and none of the media knows what's going on with the SWAT team regarding Guthrie. None. That's some journalism there. I mean, they do have a point. Like, no one knows where SWAT is. What's happening? You live here?
I've been watching you on TV.
Hey, you've been watching me on TV. How are you, sir? You live here? How are you?
We're watching them on TV
action
too.
in your neighborhood. When's the last time you've seen this much action in your neighborhood? What's going on in that block? Is there a lot of bars? Hey, don't worry. What's your name? Alan, I'm JLR. Nice to meet you.
Open source.
Yeah, I'm live.
Open source.
I can mute it for a second if you want me to. For like a minute. I'll mute it for a minute.
All right, let me look at some questions here. All right, let me see what we got. I hate AI videos. AI is pure evil. For many reasons, hate it. Won't watch. Yeah, I'm with you.
Thank you. Neighbor.
Loathe it.
Watches the channel.
That's right, Stephanie. Admit, I thought your voice could be AI. So happy when I found out you were a real cool aircraft content place. Thank you. I really love that you love it and you watch it.
Like,
Different
this
incidents,
is,
so
I'm at a loss of words.
Even though
I mean,
I'm
it's funny, but it's
floundering
not
at the
funny, but
moment.
it's like, this is
Oh,
crazy.
what I heard.
let me see this one.
They're all down.
I unsubscribed from Mentor Pilot a year or so back when he started doing those ridiculous clickbait thumbnail faces on his videos. And he see now that you know what, Westo John, this is the kind of feedback I need because I noticed that now Mentor Pilot is making a ton of dough, and I'm not throwing shade on him. He is doing minimal other than reading the script that's prepared. He's got a team of editors, of writers, of producers. His other content is great. And I noticed that with the thumbnails too. And myself, I kind of fall into that trap sometime where I'm like, well, nobody's seeing my thumbnails that are just normal. So maybe I have to get into this whole AI created thumbnail thing too. And I'm not very comfortable with it. But I guess that's like anything else. Once you get to be big enough, people will just watch you fart on camera. They don't care. They just want to watch it. But others, sometimes we have to work a bit harder. But that's a good point. Oh, Stephanie, when did this happen? That explains a lot. A lot of channels have been being bought, but I noticed that Mentor had a monster infusion of cash, an absolute monster dump of cash. And you can tell his production values went way up. So that would explain it, where he has all the capital to do that. As a matter of fact, I use ChatGPT sometimes for research. And the model asked me, would you like me to create a script for you like Mentor Pilot? And I said to the chat robot, no, thank you. I'll do my own. But it was interesting that that's so, I don't know, maybe Mentor Pilot's using chat to write his scripts. Let me know if you know. No rattlesnakes. Perfect. See? Looking down for rattlesnakes. The guy's looking down because he saw the camera. They don't come out until March. Yeah, you know what? Tuber customer, I thought the same thing. Oh, no, not me too. And I'm ashamed of myself. Kinda. Not really. But like I was saying earlier, this is the Wild Wild West on YouTube now. And it's a different ball game. And if unfortunately you've decided this is how you want to make your living and the living stops coming in the bank, sometimes you got to chase that rabbit. But I agree with you. I don't fault anybody who looks at some of the, like I put out a airport badge cam video. I mean, I'm trying new things, and you're going to see me throw new things out there. I don't want you to take it personally or be offended. I'm not changing on purpose, and I'm not really changing the channel, but I do need to try some things to get the algorithm to notice us again, so we can get back in the flow. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Hey, hi, Nancy. Nancy, you watching? Somebody said hi, Ma. Hey, look at that. Another Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Where's the staff in the house? Yeah. And that's another thing. They have people that come to the lawn. They had roofers. They have other staff. But and I don't want it to sound like I'm throwing shade. I mean, this woman lives alone, and I'm sure she's very capable and functional. And it just seems when you have a high-profile daughter, as in this case, in hindsight, you're looking at it, right? It's sad. I'm not, I hope she's found that you would have a little bit more security. But hey, some people are old school. They just want to. But yes, there's a lot of staff, and a lot of people could know exactly what she has. And sometimes nice old ladies are very friendly and welcoming. And, but then, how did he get in the house? Because some say he forced his way in. Some said he went in the back door, but in the front door wasn't broken in. Did he have a key? Did she let him in? I don't know. Oh, Mentor Pilot is very professional. He was always professional from day one. Guy's a class act, no doubt about it. And I think that's probably why he was able to get a big company to purchase him, because he's gold. He's money in the bank. Oh, you like that piano? Well, that piano I don't play very often at all because let me see here. I'll tell you, it's not real. It's a green screen. Let me see if I can make it move. Woo. But I do have a piano. I do play the piano, and I do played it since I was 5 years old. And I did earlier on the channel a couple of years ago, and maybe I'll bring it back. See, I'm looking for things to do, so I'm not above getting my piano out and playing some songs for you just for clicks. About a year ago, okay. It's a background replacement. Thank you. We all have the same background. Nobody does anything new. Yeah, like your production and not talking. See, and I appreciate that. There's two things that I'll share with you. Well, considering that technically I am a pilot, but the last time I piloted a plane, I was 17 years old. So I'm not a pilot, but I have flown. But I always go out of my way to make sure that nobody ever thinks I'm a pilot, and I'll never give advice as a pilot, and which is very easy to do on YouTube because you could simply just represent something you're not, and also turn it into clickbait. By doing that. I mean, some of the pilot channels, some guys I respect. I forget who just mentioned that when you see them in the thumbnail or the I guess it works. I don't think I need it, but you know who I admire the most? And I've been nervous, and do me a favor. I'm going to ask you this question, all 47 of us. Thank you, guys. Oh, I said you guys. Look at me. Thank you for showing up. Blanco Lario, Juan Brown. I'd like to get a hold of him. I've chatted with him a few times. I'd like to have an on the channel interview with Juan, podcast style in here. If you guys would like that, say yes. Let me know. I'll get in touch with him. He's very approachable. But Juan is Juan. He's a pilot. He's a boomer like me. He got into the game late. He doesn't represent himself to be anything he's not. Comes in, and I always go to him first, especially if I have questions on things that are above my pay grade. And he's probably the best aviation channel out there, hands down. Captain Steve is fun. I don't know if somebody bought him yet. He's kind of drank the YouTube Kool-Aid. I saw there was a tweet from Blanco Lirio telling Captain Steve after he retired, he told him, why don't you retire the clown suit now that you've retired? Meaning his pilot's uniform, but he still wears it. But hey, it's all part of the game. But yeah, I don't represent myself as anything that I'm not. And the thing that I do love to do is films and documentaries. And I'm working on one right now too. It's just that 5-second window. I think my stuff is pretty good. I think my content is good. I think my production value you wouldn't believe the limited resources I have in my little home studio compared to some of these guys. But I like to make it a good experience for everybody. But like I said, it's getting past that 5-second window to get YouTube to push it. But yeah, I'm not a pilot, and I won't represent myself to be that. And but yeah, I really would like to get in touch with. I have his address and his phone number, Blanco Lario, and see if he'd be willing to come on and chat. And I'd like to chat with him, not necessarily about aviation per se, but about how he got from where he was to being this great YouTube success pilot. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but if they're still up and you look into his old content, he didn't start out. The channel started out as his wife's channel, a little guitar playing, a little barbecuing, and then one day he posted something about aviation, and it blew up, and it changed the course of history. And now he's a worldwide famous guy flying around. So, yeah, that's a state. Let's see. Mentor moved to Andorra in the mountains with no airport nearby. Well, do you think, is Mentor still flying? Does anybody know if he's still working as an active pilot? I would say maybe he's retired or semi-retired. Arlo Guthrie is missing. If you've seen Arlo Guthrie, dial 1-800. Where's Arlo? You think Mentor knows something we do not? Where is Andorra? Is that like something I'm just totally missed, like some kind of a mythical place that I'm just totally punked on? I don't know about that. Yes. And Juan is really approachable. And the only thing keeping me from it, and if any of you know Juan, let's say if Juan watches this, but I'm pretty sure Juan's not going to watch this. I don't have, I'm kind of nervous to ask him because I'm afraid he's going to say yes. But I've got a lot of questions. And especially the fact that we're kind of in the same age bracket, two guys that got into this old and late. And, just to see the experience of it. And, I'd also like to interview some of the other aviation channels. Do you watch DJ's Aviation? I know he's a very young guy, a very acquired taste, very analytical. He likes to model himself after some of the, where am I at? He likes to model himself after some of the more professional channels, that whole English thing. And he's got a real good following. And, I try and do those daily reports and updates of the aviation industry. And for me, it just doesn't work. I'd like to. I started doing that. But DJ, he's another guy I'd like to talk to. He started out, I think he was, 15 years old? When I first started out, I thought, who is this child talking about airplanes so intelligently? And he's turned into something. So let me know about that. There's also some other channels. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of Captain Steve. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of Mentor Pilot. But the problem is, even though I'm a big channel as far as subscribers go, I'm not well known where I can reach out to Mentor Pilot and those guys. But I would love to. And another dream guest for me, I don't know, you might laugh. John Travolta. Nothing to do with TV. Just about him being a pilot. Let's see. No, yeah. Juan is just, what you see on the air, that's the guy off the air. He's just Juan all the time. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, I don't know if you want to hear me sing. I used to sing. I've got quite a catalog of demo recordings, but something happened in my later years in life, and I can't hit those notes anymore. But yeah, I gotta break the real piano out, not the fake one. Yeah, I think Mentor probably did stop flying. Oh, so this is a real country. You guys weren't like pulling my leg. It's a real place. Yeah, he's probably retired. 2026 is shaping up to be wild. It just started. Meanwhile, over on the other channel, the whole breaking news thing is broken. Let's see what I got. I can show you. Yeah, that just turned out to be embarrassing. Yeah, so they're just sitting there looking at trees. But you know what's hysterical? And I'm envious of that guy. Whose channel what did I say he was? Oh, come on. What am I doing? He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and he will have 50,000 people watch what we're watching right now endlessly, just on a loop, and they'll keep watching it. So, what was your career before you retired? Well, semi-retired, because I'm only 61 years young, but I did a lot of things. I started out, I was a UPS driver for a while. I did construction, I did drywall. Then for about 20 years, I got into the exciting field of facilities management. Then I had some children, and around 2018, 2019, I kicked back a little bit and started this YouTube thing, much to the delight and sheer laughter of my two sons, my twin sons, who said, okay, Dad, fine. And They thought it was hysterical. But when I hit 100,000 subscribers, they were pretty proud of Pop. So that kind of worked out. And yeah, now I'm just trying to find out the algorithm so I can keep doing this. I love doing this. I love, especially, you know, I have a core group of subscribers, a few thousand that were with me from the beginning. And I'm really appreciative. Some people who always watch, no matter what. But yeah, I'm kind of, you know, I guess I'm getting lazy now, working from home. But it's hard work. I tell people this is the hardest job I ever had. Because think about this. You have to, meaning me, or who's ever doing the content. There's billions of people watching, 120 million channels. There's 5 seconds you have to get your point across. So I have to find stories that the entire world will agree upon are worth watching. I have to make sure they're interesting enough that they stay involved for at least the first 5 seconds, and that mostly that they stay and click through and watch more and watch again. And you have to do all of that multiple times a week, a month, a year. It gets overwhelming. So it's not easy, but it's fun. But I enjoy it, and you guys make it easy too. Well, this has turned out to be... Oh, let me show you this. Speaking of this whole deal. Let me see if I can blow this up a little. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to work the equipment too well, but I'll tell you. Okay, it said investigators recovered DNA from Nancy Guthrie's property not being shared. That's not the one. Nope. Hang on. Maximus is going to get here for you. Where'd it go? Oh, it must not have been true. They took it down. You know, if it's from the Daily Mail, you know it's got to be true. But there was a story earlier on that said that Savannah Guthrie told the sheriff of Pima County that they didn't want his help anymore. They were going to do it on their own, and they wanted to use the FBI, and they wanted to utilize that. So, well, I don't. Apparently, my big breaking afternoon turned out to be broken, and where is he at? We'll share this again for a little while. Get some volume for you.
The official warrant for the judge to sign it.
Yeah, but that would be quick,
And so let's see.
I would think, right?
The thing about the suspect is we heard we can't confirm they have him pinged, so he's not getting anywhere.
Huh? So they have a suspect they're following.
Yeah, I just got tagged to a post. It's like everyone's refreshing for updates on Nancy's possible suspect, and that's 100% spot on. Everyone is refreshing their screens. I'm literally got people from all angles sending me, you know, possible places or whatnot, but they're all like, they're up there around there somewhere. They're waiting.
And I keep getting addresses, new addresses sent to me, so it's hard to confirm them all.
But if the SWAT is up there somewhere, there's no reports of anyone being arrested. There's no reports of any raids. There's no other.
Water and Sparkman. Yeah, I did hear that. Water and Sparkman. Put that in the maps real quick, if you could. See how far that's from here. It could be multiple locations.
Hey, how are
Let's
you?
see what they're talking about.
What's going on?
Where they at?
I don't know. You tell me.
I seen you come out here. I was like, that Valley Vision.
Did you come from that way right there, that street? Was there cars parked all along there?
And at the moment,
Is there all along there?
11,
The whole block's full, isn't it? Who are they, though? All media? Why are they down there?
But I've been looking to the scanner. I have no clue where they're at either. So I was watching y'all trying to figure it out myself.
We're all trying to figure this out. It's a mystery. SWAT, came out. Media's confirmed it's related to Nancy Guthrie. No indication of where the SWAT went. No indication of anyone being arrested. Everyone's just like, what's happening? That's all I mean. I don't know.
I'll pull up flight radar and
We're gonna put up flight radar, and we're just gonna sit here and wait for a bit. I don't know. We might roll out in a bit.
What do they need flight
Sure
radar
thing.
for?
Yeah, that's the United States Army. They're just doing training. So anybody seeing that on the scanner, that's going to be
All
not
right.
related, most likely. I don't think they're going to bring the Army in for this.
Dude, watch this be like
Oh,
South
Nancy.
Tucson or somewhere else, somewhere like east of here or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about where Brian Ensign is actually, other than he's possibly
He
in
was
the
here.
same neighborhood. Yeah.
He was here.
So
He was
JLR
here.
said
I don't know where
he's-
he's at now. He was here. He was here.
Where am I? Okay, there I am. Well, this turned out to be, something. But I got a chance to chat with everybody. Apparently, there's nothing going on again, and we all fell for it. But I am glad those of you who joined, because I need to do this more. I need some suggestions for content. I think I nail content, and then for I get stats. I don't know what time to release videos. I release them in the morning. I release them in the afternoon. I don't, or my thumbnails are garbage. All these things you think about, right? And you double think. But I like to think that as long as the content is good, you will watch. Speaking of, I guess, like DJ, do you watch a lot of videos like that? Those short 3 and 4 minute videos of airline industry news? Is that exciting? Do you prefer more in-depth investigative pieces like Boeing and the FAA, historical things, plane crashes, tragedies, and things like that? Those are the things you have to know when you have your own YouTube channel, and still you don't know. So it's kind of like great film directors who make one great movie and then all the rest of them are garbage. That's kind of what I feel like sometimes. I got a couple of great ones and the rest of them, nobody showed up to see them. But anyway, I guess that's going to do it for now. Well, we all took a chance. We thought we were going to see some breaking news, and all we saw was some breaking news. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending the time. I appreciate it. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get a hold of Mr. Brown, and I'm so nervous. I'm afraid he's going to say yes. And a couple other folks that, because I would like to do podcast style interviews. I would like to, that seems to be a good niche, but I'm really into that. I'm really into understanding and learning and seeing how people's different lives work, especially pilots and YouTubers and stuff. So stay tuned. Maybe when you see the thumbnail of me and the great Juan Brown, that'll mean I've got a hold of him. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for helping me, test out the equipment. It's been a while, but we'll do it again. Until next time, it's Maximus.